So I'm in some bees in the west part of Cumbria, just past the Lake District, and I'm about to start a 217-mile walk. It's supposed to be about 197 miles, but I stupidly decided to add a few extras, do a few detours, and right now the weather is absolutely class. If it can stay like this, then that would be amazing. But I've got a feeling it's not going to. Apparently the forecast's good for the Lake District, which is good because the Lake District is going to be by far the hardest bit. It's going to be really hot and very up and down, and despite the fact that I'm about 3 stone overweight, I'm carrying a backpack which feels like it weighs about 3 stone too. It's going to be bloody difficult. So I'll start off by walking up that little cliff just there, follow it round, and yeah, then go on my old merry way. Now what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take a stone from the beach down there, which I've already done, and then when you get to Robin Hood's Bay, you're supposed to put it on the beach or in the sea there. And you're also supposed to dip your toe into the sea there and then do it on the same on the Robin Hood's Bay. So I've got, I think, 14 or 15 nights, can't quite remember. I've got nowhere to stop tonight at all, so it's 20 miles between where I am now and my stop on the next destination, which is tomorrow night. So I'm just going to have to wild camp somewhere because there's no campsites I can see, and I'm not paying for B&B because can't be asked, can't afford it. So I'm going to dip my toe, well, my boot into the sea here, and then we'll see how it goes. Let's hope the weather stays like this. It's quite a nice little view. So I've done the Bees Head Heritage Coast. It's only about 3.5 miles in, to be honest, and the backpack is a joke. So bloody heavy. But I am a bit lucky in the fact that I am fat. So what I'm doing is, with the belly strap, I'm tucking it around my waist and tucking it into my belly, so it looks like I've got horizontal tits, and it takes some of the weight off my shoulders. And well, I can just about see the sea. That's probably can't see it, but the Isle of Man in the background. Last time I'll see the sea for a few weeks, which is a bit of a shame because I like the sea, but it's fucking warm. Everywhere I've been so far, it's just so many sheep and little lamb. To be fair, they're quite far away on this one, but some of them I'm having to move them out of the way to get through the path. Bless them. Well, I'm guessing I got a bit too cocky with the lovely sunny warm weather talking about yesterday, even though it's scheduled for the next few days, because right there should be a glorious view of the Lake District, but as you can see, can't see shit. And behind me you should be able to just make out a little bit of the sea. Well, you should, supposed to be, but no, just surrounded by cloud. I'm only about 350 metres up as well, although where I camped last night, in between a little stream and a fence, I think that was about 80 metres high because I got my little topography map here. But let's see how it goes. Hopefully the sun will burn off the cloud and I'll be able to see where I'm actually going. So it looks like I've made a friend. This guy with me about 10 minutes now. There's no owner in sight. He's got no collar. He's extremely thirsty, so we've come down to the little stream. What are we going to do, dude? You coming with, or are you staying? Because there's no owner around, is there? There's a cute one. What should we call you? Barry? Yeah, we'll call him Barry. Are you going to come with me, Barry, or are you staying here? I'm going to have to see if there's any lost dog signs, aren't I? Well, I was hoping to make some friends on this walk, and this is the exact type of friend I mean. Barry the dog. Say hello, Barry. Barry, now that's just rude. Still love you though. My friend's still with me. Good old Baz. Baz! He gets easily distracted though. He's a good dog though. Barry, you coming? Too busy sniffing shit. What can you do? Nice little flight. As you can see here, I'm working hard right now. Working very hard on this one. As you do. Just to show you how different the Lake District weather can be. There you go, there's a valley I've just walked through. Looking absolutely miserable, foggy, a little bit drizzly. Just in a tiny little field here, then I turn around. Oh, and look, it's like a summer's day. Beautiful sunshine, not many clouds, the whole valley lit up by the sun. Oh, at least that is the direction in which I'm going. Thank God. Well, I was guessing I was getting cocky yet again earlier by sunbathing when it was nice, because as soon as I stopped that, it started, no, not pissing it down, but it was a little drizzly, pretty miserable. And I thought, originally I thought it was like just over 3 miles I had to go to my hostel, but it was actually turned out it was 6 because I was being a tit. And then what looked like a lovely walk alongside the lake turned into an absolute nightmare. It was just so rocky the whole way. One bit I had to climb up, and obviously I've got this ridiculous backpack on, which is actually a lot bigger than what it looks on the phone. So that's been a nightmare. I've been pretty much down to just over a mile an hour. I've been that slow. But I've just got less than a mile now to the hostel, and thank God for that. Seriously. So after yesterday being a bit of a nightmare, what I thought was going to be an easy walk ended up being quite hard. I had the first 4 miles today, and it's been all right, pretty decent. Chatted to a few fellow walkers, it's been pretty cool. So I'm right near to the Black Sail hostel there, which I always want to stop, but always seems to be fully booked. But it's been not flat, it's been a small gradient all the way from the hostel from yesterday. So it's a nice valley, lovely weather so far today. And whilst it's been only a small gradient there, my next one is to climb up one of them with a huge backpack on, and the wind's slightly picking up, so let's see how this goes. So today's walk was pretty easy, only 7.5 miles, by far the shortest one on this journey. Quite a bit uphill, but even with the big backpack, the hills aren't exactly a problem. Obviously they take a little while and knackering, but the hills are actually fine. It's the stony rocky paths that absolutely kill your feet. So I'm in a hostel tonight. I got here about 1:30 in the afternoon and it didn't open till 5, so I got the little scenic bus down to Keswick, got some food, and now I'm just chilling, staring out. A couple of beers. This one, the old Curious Porter. I thought it used to be these are the people who made the champagne beer, but now it's mixed with chocolate malt. Not quite as good as before, but yeah, tomorrow should be fun. Instead of wild camping, I'm booked into another hostel, so, and it's a bit closer, so it's only about 11-12 miles tomorrow. But yeah, first 5 miles is on a road and downhill, so quality. See you soon. So the sun is setting on the time in the Western Lakes, off to the central and eastern lakes soon, on this old little disused mine. Yeah, in here looks a bit dodged, I'm not going to lie. But that'd be interesting to see how far you can go into that. Quite a few bats live in there. It looks like it goes really deep, to be fair. It's quite nice. You can even see the old equipment they used to get stuff up. You can see here, like, it's quite cool, kind of. Goes all the way up into the top of the hill. But the main thing, obviously, is the sun setting in the valley behind. My little hostel is, well, that's the slate mine right next to my hostel, just down there. But in the meantime, I'm going to find a nice place to sit and just watch the sunset. So it's just gone 9 in the morning. I've already done just over 6 miles, so I'm just following the beck up here on my way to Grasmere. Just come from all the way down there and then about 4 or 5 miles to the left of that little village you can see in the distance. So I started off walking about, I don't know, 2.5-3 miles down Honister Pass from the hostel, and then gradually doing this climb. And I don't want to curse anything, because every time I've said something about, I know, the weather or the paths or the easiness so far, it's went against me the next time. But this path's been really nice, and my feet are feeling a lot better than they have been doing the past few days following this path. I'm not sure, I'll be honest, how high I am at the moment, because obviously you get a lot of false horizons up there, but it should be a relatively easy path to Grasmere. And yet again, lovely day. It's supposed to be about 25-26 degrees later, probably more in some places, so have to see how it goes. Depending how I feel when I go Grasmere, I'll either stay in Grasmere, or I might even do the next day's trip in full, depending on how I'm feeling. So, but at least at the moment, got weather. It's not too hot 'cause it's early, bit of breeze, lovely. So it's just gone 10 AM on this Saturday, and I've already done the top bit that I need to do for today's walk. I'm just chilling at Grisdale Tarn at the moment. So I walked up from Grasmere, quite a steep walk up, not too high to be fair, I think it's only just over 600 metres, but the path was really nice for the first bit, although really steep. But the steepness doesn't really bother me with this backpack. In fact, it's weird, it kind of takes the weight off my feet. It's really weird. My feet feel best when I'm going uphill. It's when I'm going downhill or on rocky straights that it's terrible. But walked all the way up from Grasmere, got over the little ridge over there. Now I'm just chilling here by Grisdale Tarn. Gonna have a drink and a cereal bar because I haven't had anything to eat yet today because I didn't want to walk up with a heavy stomach. And then I'm gonna go down through there, down Grisdale Forest to Patterdale. It's probably yet again just like the day when I ended up at Honister. This is a really short day, but one of the hillier days. After today, I shouldn't have any days that are as hilly. I'll have days which are over twice as long as today, but I'd say that shouldn't be an issue unless the weather gets really bad. So yeah, no one else here at Grisdale Tarn. I did hear some people going up over there a bit ago, and I chatted to a few people whilst I was walking, but well, in fact I see a few coming the way down now, so I'll see you later. 95% banana. Why can't it be 100% banana? Let's see what it tastes like. Oh, that's rank. Oh, that's horrible. That doesn't taste like banana. That tastes like baby sick. That's rank. Gotta finish it for the energy, but fuck me, that's horrible. Ugh. So today, for the first time on the trip, it actually rained. But luckily for me, I got to the pub just before it started raining, and then I waited in there, had a couple of pints, and to be fair, I did have to walk about 150 yards from the pub to the hostel. Now I was supposed to be camping, but because it was thunder and lightning, I upgraded to a 8-man bedroom. So yeah, I'm one of 8 men in the room, but at least it's better than getting struck by lightning, I guess. So now I'm just going to go get some food. Stopped raining just in time for me. Brilliant. I'm going to see what this pub looks like. So instead of going to Penrith or going over Shap, decided to walk around Ullswater on the path that Wordsworth's famous Daffodils poem was written about, and also what Wainwright said was the best walk in the Lake District. It looked really cloudy and miserable earlier, and now as you can see, the sun's come out. The path's quite busy though because we're quite near to Air Force, but lovely view. Not sure how far I'm going today, we'll just have to see how the walk goes. Definitely recommend this Ullswater Way walk. You get some lovely views. It's quite easy to get to on the steamer boats as well as the buses, and then you just walk up from Air Falls. It's nice. What a lovely, lovely view just looking over Ullswater. Considering I wasn't going to walk this way and the weather was supposed to be crap, which it could still turn crap, it's turned out alright. I mean, this walk definitely seems a bit longer today than what I hoped. I've kind of classed this as an easy day, but it hasn't turned out to be. But got to walk where they are, just there, and then over the ridge, and I think it's about another 5 miles today till I get Pooley Bridge. So, but nice views, sun's out temporarily, lovely. For the first time on this trip I can see an end to the mountains. Now obviously that's the Pennines there, so it's not exactly flat, but I'll be happy to get out of the mountains. This is a daily thing. Weirdly, these sheep are coming towards me. That's a new one. Well, let's see. I am moving aside. Yeah, you stop. You stop. Oh, there's the ramp. Good. Oh, this one looks drunk. Coming towards me. No, he's going away. Oh. So another day, and it's been raining all morning, so I've got my waterproofs on and it stops raining. Bloody typical. So I'm kind of 1 or 2 days longer in the Lake District than what I should have been, to be honest. I'm just finishing off today, just walking to Shap from Cooley Bridge. It's supposed to be just like a relatively easy 10-mile stretch, without really many hills, but let's just see what we got. That's Cooley Bridge all the way down there. So once I've got to Shap, I'm going to have to start getting a bit of a move on the old mileage, because to be fair, so far I've been pretty slow, mainly because of the big backpack and the hills. But once you get to the Yorkshire Dales, the Pennines, the North Yorkshire Moors, really got to start moving on. It's getting a bit windy up here, which obviously doesn't help with the big bag, but last night I did take quite a bit of weight out of it, so some of the food's gone, some stuff which I really should probably have in my bag, such as a survival mat type thing, that's had to go. But it's just too heavy. It's not really heavy now, but it is a lot better. I've got some cushioning for my insoles, so let's hope today's okay. I booked into another hostel tonight. Now the night afterwards I've definitely got a camp, so see how it goes. But if it stays like this and it stops raining, it should be quite not nice, but at least it won't be baking hot for once. So see how today goes. So I'm only a couple of miles from Shap now, just on the edge of Rossgill. Just have to walk along the road for like the last 5 miles. Fair, it's been quite an easy day, a lot better than the past few days. But walking on this road, obviously the surface is quite hard, and this is only the second place I've managed to find where I could actually sit by the side of the road. It's just a little shelter. I thought it was going to be a bus stop, but I can't see any bus stop signs. So village of Rossgill just down there. I'm definitely going a lot quicker than previous few days, and I should be in Shap in about 45 minutes. And even though it's Bank Holiday Monday, I've had a look on Google, looks like the Chippy will be open. Yes. Hostel, and as said on my previous little clip, I'm going to have to camp the day afterwards, because this will be the 7th night, and I only camped on the first night. There's been hostels ever since, but I think after tonight I've only got one more hostel going on. And I think that might even be a camping one. Damn it, I just think I just stung myself down there. That's annoying. But yeah, only 2 miles more to go now. About 45 minutes I'd say, depending on the speed. Just having a little rest. Got my waterproofs off, so that's good. It stopped raining. And let's hope it doesn't rain again for the day. At least it's not red hot. Thank the Lord. Harry, say hello. This is Harry the horse, ain't ya? He's a good one, eh? Oh, yeah. See, this is why horses are better than sheep and cows, because they're a lot more friendly. Ain't you gorgeous? On camera shy now, bless him. See you later, Harry. Who's put a bottle of beer there? What a wanker. Oh, that's dangerous. I know I shouldn't put it on the floor either, but still. Good old Harry. I never thought I'd be happier to see the M6. Finally means, I know I've been out of the Lake District for a few miles, but it really does kind of mean I'm out of it now and can kind of get on to the Yorkshire Dales soon. Oh, going through this little gate there. So really happy I've made it here at last. And yeah, let's see, today could be up to 20 miles walking, but everyone says it's really nice walking today, so see how it goes. Don't know where I'm stopping tonight. If I can find a campsite I'll stop there. If it's wild camp, then it's wild camp, but at the moment, better cross over this. It's not too busy to be fair, but still a busy motorway. So I've got to the village of Alton. It's only about 20 past 11, so I've done quite a bit of walking today already, about 8 miles, of which about 6 of it I wasn't on my own. I was with some German bloke and a bloke from Watford. I kind of left them because they're going straight on to Kirby Stephen, and I wanted to come into Alton for a little lunch. And I tell you what, it's a very quaint little village. They've got loads of these little kind of little scarecrow type things, but all dressed up. There's like a Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band one just past there. There's some people sunbathing with beers back there, and then even look at this little VE Day dinner one. It's quite cool, nice and quaint, something a bit different. So I'm gonna go have something to eat, and then I've got about another 10-mile walk, but it's still relatively early in the day and it should be quite a flat walk. I need my hair to go down a bit though, it's getting a bit ridiculous. Look at that. Oh well. So today, oh my god, was long. Oh, hang on, we got a little cat friend. Hello. Didn't expect this one coming over. Oh, hello. Look at you. Ain't you adorable? Oh, don't run in front of a car. Well, making sure, bless her, little cat there. What I was trying to say was, today was long. The walk was like 21.5 miles, and now I'm walking another 1.5 mile round trip to the local chippy because there's no food near the campsite, which come across Pennine View campsite. Pretty decent, fair, looks like shower blocks are good, toilets are good, and I spent most of the day with different people, which was good. So I'm using the word good a lot. That's because my brain's frazzled and I don't really know what else to say. But yeah, for like 5 of the first 7 miles I walked with, as I said earlier, the guy from Watford and the guy from Germany. Then I went into Alton, split with them, and after about 1.5 miles after Alton, I met with a couple who, the woman I'd spoke to in the New Ing Lodge previously, and then for the last 11.5 miles, walked with them, which was helpful because it kind of took my mind off my terrible feet. So yeah, now I'm walking to the chippy. Well, limping is the better word, to be honest. Some of the top of 9 standards rig in the Pennines, which is kind of like the spine of England. Don't even see the background there, they're kind of the 9 standards, and this is a little high point here. The walk up from Kirby Stephen, probably about, I don't know, about 4 miles maybe. It's actually really easy, really nice. Only got about, I don't know, 6-7 miles left for the day, which is pretty much all downhill, so that's good. But obviously it depends on the paths. If it's really rocky, then it'll be rubbish. If it's like the paths I've come up, then it should be quite nice. But yeah, it doesn't really translate to the camera. It's kind of nice viewpoints all along the Lake District, in that right in the background, and obviously the Yorkshire Dales, Pennines, and the Hartdale Fells. So it's quite nice. And yet again, I come to a high point on the walk, and it's lovely weather. So it's a bit of a mixture. It makes it a bit harder because it's so warm and hot, but at the same time means good visibility and it's more enjoyable. So yeah, it's pretty well. So just chilling here a couple of miles after I've been at the 9 standards, and as you can see there's just nothing around. I mean, there's been quite a lot of times like this on this walk so far, but it really does look quite desolate. I mean, some old disused farmhouses and maybe a little old sheep pen over there. I mean, I can see the River Swale in the distance, and to be fair, the path down looks rather nice, but the path I've had up there, it's been a completely different one to the one I've experienced so far, where it's been all jaggedy rocks and stones or hard paths. That was just boggy and miserable, and some bits you're having to take kind of like 20-30 metre detours just so you can find a place where you can kind of cross over without actually having to get your knee deep in water. So finally done that, just having a little sit, chill with my shoes off. The shoes, as I don't know whether I mentioned yet, but the shoes are a little bit tight. They've been a bit annoying me, to be honest, on the trip so far, but hopefully it'll be a nice walk down to Swaledale. Not sure what the path will be like from the when I get to Swaledale to Keld. It shouldn't be too long. I think I'm about halfway for today, maybe a little bit over. Hopefully it's a nice walk for the rest of it, but don't really know yet. See how it goes. After all that moorland and squelching and nearly getting my feet absolutely soaked, it's so nice just to be back on a relatively normal path. If the path's like this all the way to Keld, or even similar to it, this will be lovely. Alright, let's see how this goes. Some of them have charged me sometimes, some of them run away, but this time all the little lambs are right where I need to go. Now, this should be interesting. Will one of them charge me again? They've all got fucking... This is what I'm worried about, all the little lambs. Run away, little lambs. Yay! Oh God, they're the other side again. Non-stop sheep. So I just saw a sign on a lamppost, because there's no shops around for like 5 miles either side, and saying come to the church and there's some food and drink to buy. And look at that, it's absolutely glorious, absolutely glorious. Oh, that's brilliant. By the way, this is in Marske, halfway in between Reef and Richmond, and it really is a very good find. Nice little dog on a quad there. And this is my little loot from the church. Came to about £2.40, but I lobbed in £3 obviously. Oh yes, quaint little village. Barely village actually, more of a hamlet. So today I'm basically on another 22-23 mile walk. Was originally supposed to stop in a little village called Grinton south of Reef today, but it was already 1 o'clock by the time I got to Reef, and I thought it'd be good to maybe get a bit ahead of myself maybe, and then we can see if I'll either have easier days in the North Yorkshire Moors, or I'll make it a little bit harder on myself and finish a day early so that I can have just a day chilling in Whitby or Scarborough. So it's been a lovely walk actually, from Keld last night over to Reef. Pretty much always following the River Swale. similar-ish on this one, although I'm decided to take a little bit of a road route instead of the river route. In fact, this is actually part of the coast to coast walk that I'm on now, this little road bit, but I'm just going to do a slight little detour just because I don't want to be going up and down too much today when it's such a distance. But it's another nice day. That's why I thought try and double the mileage today whilst it's a nice day's weather, because with the British weather it can obviously go any way at all. But yeah, kind of sad I'm leaving the Swelldale Valley itself, which right now isn't exactly the greatest view of it, but I've got some great pictures of it. It's been quite enjoyable. I've actually made some decent mileage, unlike the Lake District, so hopefully I'll be in Reef in about 5-6 hours time. Sorry, in Richmond. Oh, it's such a long road. I mean, just look at that. It's like it never ends. Never ends. Well, today's a bit rubbish. It's really flat the whole way, which is a good thing, but the path's pretty boring, to be honest. So this from Richmond. I was thinking about doing it to Ingleby Arncliffe, but I'm just going to stop at Danby Wisk, which is about 15 miles from Richmond. But as I said, it is quite a flat walk through fields, and the first bit's nice by the River Swale, but then there's like a mild detour because of the widening of the A1. I've walked a lot of this morning with a couple from Newcastle who seem pretty sound, and they seem to do a lot of long distance walking, but right now I'm just walking through like fields of nothing at the moment, and back there just so many nettles. I'm surprised I haven't stung myself yet, but there's still a lot of time, as I'm sure you can see by the paths, but this path's a bit better than it was back there. But yeah, so moving relatively quickly, but I didn't set off till quite late, and I got a little bit lost finding my way out of Richmond. But yeah, it's not as sunny today. It was raining at the start of the day, but hopefully it'll stay about like this. Bit overcast, not really raining, not too hot, not too cold, and hopefully I can just have a decent night's sleep and get on for tomorrow. Hope these cows can't get out, because they clearly don't like me. There better not be an entrance for them onto my path down here, because this guy especially does not look happy. They do not look happy with me here at all. See, now I've got to go through there. This is a problem I've faced a few times, and I've got some angry looking cows, and it looks like there's some young ones as well, so they want to protect them, which is pretty crap news for myself. Now we get away from the Lake District and the Yorkshire Dales, we're coming to a lot more fields of cows instead of fields of sheep. So yeah, and cattle do kill a lot of people, so yeah, if I can get through that bit without getting charged, then I reckon I might be able to get out easy. But that means I'm heading towards the young cow. I want to stay away from the calves. Should be interesting. Could it be my last ever video? Well, luckily for me, those ones didn't attack, but there's still chance for a lot bigger cows, possibly even some bullocks maybe, later on in the walk. Let's just hope they're as timid as that lot. So I'm about 2.5 miles away from Danby Wisk at the moment, and it looks like it's all flat roads all the way there, which it's a good and bad thing, because obviously when you're not going uphill then you're saving a bit of time, but just walking on the roads all the time is just kills the feet. Absolutely kills the feet. So just sat here on a little bridge at the moment over some little stream. Nowhere really to sit on these roads, so take a little seat whilst you can. Those people from Newcastle haven't caught up with me yet. Passed them at the church. There was another church with refreshment stops, which is good. Hopefully there'll be some more of those when we get to the moors, as there really isn't many shops at all. So, but today my feet are still really hurting, but not as bad as they were towards the end of yesterday. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go on tomorrow. I'm sorry, today, and all the way over to Ingleby Ironcliff. Just going to stay hopefully in Danby Wisk. It's supposed to be like 9.5 miles, similar to today, tomorrow. So if I can do that, that's in a way a bit of a rest day, in fairness. And then the last four days in the moors, of which at least 2 of them are really uphill and downhill the whole way, a bit like a roller coaster. See how it goes. But yeah, not really much scenery today. Lots of dead rabbits, dead animals in the road. Lots of roadkill, but it's a bit of a shame, but it's what you're going to get. So, see how the rest of today goes. See, on the coast to coast, not all the paths are that clear, to be honest. I mean, this is an official walkway on the coast to coast, and as you can see, just nothing. Just getting absolutely soaked by these plants. It's a bit frustrating, but it's a nice sunny day again, so the trousers should dry off. But this is, yeah, not exactly the first field that's been like this, where you're just traipsing through and just hoping that you're following the right path. But some of the farms I've had some, I've been past, I've had some of the little honesty boxes with some food. One had a little full decked out fridge with bars, cokes, Lucozades, etc. And they had a bit of fun near the right of way styles. It was quite fun. They had like a broomstick saying "Beware of the witch," and then little kind of like Halloween type sounds would be coming out when you went over the styles, which was quite good. And past another cool box on a farm which was selling Lucozade and flapjacks, but annoyingly for me, I've only got notes on me, so I couldn't even buy anything, and I'm not going to take them without, you know, giving any money, which is a shame. But I think I'm only about 3-4 miles away from the destination for lunchtime, so hopefully going to get through to that and then nod on for the second part of the day. Believe it or not, this crossing is actually on the coast to coast. There's no sign saying be careful of walkers or anything. It's just mental. This, compared to the Lake Districts and that, and then you've got to cross this 4/5 lane A road. Mental. So on the Cleveland Way now, so I am doing 2 stages today. I've done the long flat bit from Danby Wisk to Ingleby Ironcliff, where I made a mistake really, as there was a water cooler box with some water in that said, look, the only cafe in the village is closed, please feel free to take water. So I was like, oh great, no way to get food here. Grabbed some water, ate some chewits out of my bag, chilled there for like 40 minutes and then walked on a little bit, and about 200 yards later there's a fucking pub. Absolutely gutted. The pub was open and everything. Could have well done with a pub meal, because for the next 30-40 miles there's no pubs or anything at all until probably tomorrow night's campsite. So that's a bit disappointing, but as you can see, nice views across the vale there. Got a bit of height on me now, and today's going to be a very hilly day for the rest of the day. But the sun's out, the views are nice. Let's try and plod on. Now, I don't want to curse anything, but the North Yorkshire moors are a lot better than the lakes in the Yorkshire Dales so far. The paths are clear and nice. I mean, obviously they're on the Cleveland Way at the moment, so it's going to be there. The views are just spectacular. I mean, yet again, it doesn't really translate onto like video, but cross out over the whole countryside it's really beautiful, it's really nice, and making better progress than it did in the lake, so my feet are feeling better at the moment as well, so it's going quite decent today so far. In my case, it's been quite decent. Yeah, the views are just lovely, absolutely gorgeous. So today I've decided to do another double stage because one of the guidebooks said that the first part from the top of Claybank Top down to the Lion Inn is supremely effortlessly easy on the walk-in, and to be fair, apart from the first initial pull up to the high point of the North Yorkshire Moors, the walk-in's been great. I mean, the Cleveland Way is amazingly paved pretty much for the majority of it, and now all the way to the Lion Inn I'm walking along what's a disused railway line, obviously taking out all the tracks, and the path's wide. Obviously it's impossible to get lost on it really, he says before he probably gets lost, and yeah, it's nice to walk on. So the North Yorkshire Moors have been really good so far, and hopefully manage to get lunch at the Lion Inn later. Said sometimes you have to pre-book, so 50-50 of whether I'll get in, but hopefully I can. If I can do, then it's on to Grosmont in the latter part of the day, which yet again the guidebooks say is quite an easy walk. I mean, it is mainly downhill pretty much the entire way for 12 miles, which I obviously don't like walking downhill too much. I much prefer walking uphill, or at least on the straight, 'cause it kills your knees going downhill. But if the gradients are okay, then it should be another okay day, and the feet are doing fine now that have really far out the lake. So just didn't manage to find anywhere to have lunch yesterday or dinner, so I only had a pack of Chewits and a toffee crisp for the entire day. Today I've had a little rubbish cereal bar and one of these little isotonic gels, so I really could do with getting in at the Lion Inn for something to eat. If not, there's a little village a few miles afterwards, but hopefully today will be a nice day. And yeah, it's supposed to rain later today, to be honest, so let's hope it doesn't, but it probably will do. Right, so about half hour ago finished my pub lunch at the Lion Inn. Got there for about 20 past 11, so lunch wasn't being served for another 40 minutes. I sat there, had a couple of cokes, had a dairy milk, and followed it up by good old beef roast dinner. And I tell you what, it's done the world of good, because I was absolutely knackered before that, absolutely knackered. So I've had a bit of road walking since then. Now I'm on like a 6-mile bridle path all the way to Glaisdale, I think it's called, or Glaze, I don't know, something like that. And then from there I think it's another 4 or 5 miles on to Grosmont. But if the path stays as just this simple bridle way for the next 5-6 miles, then it should be relatively decent on the feet, and most of it should be slightly downhill as well. So yeah, should hopefully be a nice easy afternoon. Hopefully I'm aiming to get into Glaisdale, into Grosmont by about 7. If I get there earlier, great. If I get there late, not too big a deal. There's tomorrow should be the last day on the walk, and that one, in comparison to loads I've done, should be quite easy. Yet again, just loads of bracken and heather everywhere. You can't really see much on this, but obviously down into the, I don't know if you see into the distance there, it's quite nice. It started to try and rain a little bit, and every time I've put my coat on it's then stopped, and it hasn't been very heavy anyway, so sometimes I'm just putting my coat on just to make the rain stop, because it seems that's what it wants to do. So yeah, another relatively easy day. Look at all those midges. It's like that everywhere around here, just midge, 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 midge. I'm gonna get bitten to shit in this farm. Did have a midge net, but don't know where it is now. But yeah, everywhere around here is like this. Awful. These chickens just don't care, they're just trying to get into my tent. Cheek of it. I'm half asleep and I've got a chicken trying to get in my tent. So for the first time on this coast to coast walk, I've actually had pretty consistent rain throughout most of the day. So this is the last one from Grosmont to Robin Hood's Bay, and oh, I can't be arsed. I've got loads of brand new blisters, and obviously the weather's been a bit rubbish. I can't really complain about the weather because it's been 2 weeks of, up until today, I've had about an hour and a half's rain the entire time, so definitely can't complain. And if there was any day I didn't mind it raining, then it's definitely the last night when I've got a B&B at the end of it and I don't have to get out of the tent again. So, you know, fair enough, but I'll be honest, just want over and done with now. I'm absolutely knackered. I haven't had any breakfast, there's nothing open back where I camped last night, so I want to get into Robin Hood Bay, get some lunch, and then get the bus into Scarborough and be done with it, to be honest. There it is, the end is in sight. Robin Hood's Bay down there. Then it's got to go down the cliff edge. Obviously there's a little road to do it. And then we're done. And then we're done. So I've finally made it on the sands of Robin Hood's Bay. There's the North Sea. Just got to dip my toe in the water, well, as I said before, my boots. So, boots already soaked, so it doesn't really make a difference if we've got deluge there. And here we go. Here's my stone from some bees. Put that over my head. Oh, it's been a good old trustworthy map. Even though I'm not left-handed, let's lob it in. There we go. So now I've got to walk up loads and loads of steps back up to Robin Hood's Bay. Well, I've actually done the walk. The weather's been terrible today, but as I said before, first time I've too bad weather-wise. Loads of bits of me aching which shouldn't really be aching, feet are killing, a bit of chafing in places, but as you do. So that's it, coast to coast done. Good weather on the way bar today, good old map, been very good to me. So let's get something to eat and then bus to Scarborough.